Chris, difficult day. Just talk us through that incident that everyone's talking about.
Yeah, tough day out there. I mean, obviously from a riding side of things, it was a great day for us. Another day we can tick off, and I mean, I was tested by Nairo Quintana in the final there, but I felt quite within myself, able to respond and just happily sort of keep my position on the general classification. Unfortunately, there was an incident out on the road, which doesn't leave us with a good feeling. A fan, or supposed fan, at one point on one of the drags quite early on in the stage, threw a pot of urine at me whilst shouting "Dopé" like that. So it was clearly a French fan, and that it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable on any level. Obviously, we're all doing our level best out here to try and race as hard as we can, to try and change the image of the sport. That's obviously really important to us. And obviously this guy's got the wrong end of the stick, and he's taking it out on us. I mean, we all want a clean sport. Unfortunately, I feel as if a lot of the reporting on the race has been very irresponsible. In terms of, can we trust this? Can we trust this performance? And that's obviously led to a lot of people out on the roads booing us and acting in this kind of manner. But I mean, having said that, it is the minority. It is the absolute minority. I'd say it's a couple percent of thousands upon thousands of people who are out there supporting us and cheering for all the riders. So it's a shame that one or two idiots can basically ruin it for everyone.
Given that incident, do you worry about your security now? You're very exposed.
We are very exposed on the road. Security is always a bit of a concern, especially when you've got that sort of mob mentality in groups. But we're in the race organisers' hands for that, and we hope that obviously they're going to do everything they can to make sure we're not in a hostile environment out on the road.
What's your message to French cycling fans who don't believe you are clean and are shouting abuse at you and throwing urine at you? You've had a teammate spat on today, another teammate was punched earlier in the week.
Yeah.
What's your message to these people?
My message to them would be, try and make up your own mind about things. Don't listen to the likes of certain commentators who are they're from the old era. These are ex-cyclists. They're the ones saying, listen, this performance looks dubious, this doesn't look right to me. And make up your own mind. You look at the race, look at how hard we work to get here. We're not cheating. And only time will tell. But it's a shame if we're going to have to wait 10-15 years to really be credited with the victories that we've got here.
Do you find it ironic that you're the one cyclist who is consistently open and honest? You've had journalists embedded with you on the tour,
yeah,
and you are repeatedly calling for more testing, that you're the one guy that's asking for more, and yet people are abusing you.
Certainly. I mean, for me, it's really important to be a spokesman for clean cycling. I mean, I feel as if it is something that falls on my shoulders now to try and change the image of the past, and obviously the tour winners that came before me who threw the image of cycling out the window. So I do feel a large responsibility, and I'm trying my level best to try and rectify that. But it obviously doesn't help when we've got these people on the sidelines doing things like today.
You've even said at the end of this tour you will happily go to an independent panel of doctors, let them look at you.
I'll just correct you there. I wouldn't necessarily say doctors. I mean, we're in the middle of the race. My focus is here on the Tour de France, but I am open-minded to going and getting some testing done, not necessarily blood tests or anything like that, but it depends what people want to see, but I'm thinking more physiological testing, something along those lines to maybe explain why my performances are the way they are, why I'm able to do what I'm able to do. I don't know if we'll find any answers. I'm certainly open to it.
Yeah. And tell me, how much does it hurt then to have all the questions and the abuse and the kind of all the conspiracy theories? Why is he able to do this?
It's frustrating. I won't lie, it is frustrating. But at the same time, it's not going to throw my focus off. I'm here to race. I'm here to win, and it's not going to change my focus. At the same time, it is frustrating. That's all I can say about it. It's a shame it has to come with that same level of scrutiny that we've got here at the Tour.
Does that incident spur you on?
I think as a group, as a team, I think it's brought us all together in a way. We all feel as if, like, come on lads, let's dig in here, let's do this. I mean, come on, we're up against it here, but you know what, we've trained bloody hard to be here, excuse my French, and we're not going to let a few idiots ruin it for us.
You're 1 week away from Paris now. No British rider has ever won this race twice. How much of an incentive is that to write history?
That's not really what I'm about, to try and write history. But I mean, obviously, I want to be the best sportsman I can be. I want to make my family proud. I want to make my friends proud. I want to make all the people who've got me here, my mentors, my coaches. I want to make them proud. I've got a little kid on the way. I'd love to be able to say to him one day, look what your dad did when you were in your mum's tummy. Those are my motivations.
Fatherhood. When the time comes, if your little boy says to you, Daddy, I'd love to be a professional cyclist, given you know how hard it is, it's excruciating at times and yet immensely pleasurable.
Yeah.
Would you be happy for your son to become a cyclist one day?
I definitely wouldn't discourage him from it. It's a beautiful sport. I mean, I love the sport through and through. Otherwise, I certainly wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. Yeah, certainly. I mean, I'd be pretty proud to have a little one on a bike in a few years' time.
Tell me about the guys in Team Sky. They kill themselves most days, for you.
Yeah.
The spirit, the camaraderie, the unity. What's it like inside that truck?
Especially this year, we really do have a tight-knit group of guys who, it seems as if everyone's got good days and bad days. Some guys struggling on certain stages, and we're all just sort of changing roles within the team and just getting through each day, one day at a time, trying to just they're just trying to carry me to the finish, obviously in the best way possible, and it's been fantastic. The guys have done such a good job up until now. I mean, if we look at all the hurdles we've had in that first week, we had torrential thunderstorms with crosswinds and the cobbled stages, but all the way through, the guys have been there, and right up through the Pyrenees. I've always had either Geraint Thomas or Richie Porte with me. I can't thank the guys enough for the work they've done for me here.
People back home are saying that Chris Froome 2015 is the mentally stronger that they've seen you. Where does that come from? We see you on the television, we see you in pain, and yet you dig it out time and again when you're attacked. People are coming at you. Where do you get your mental strength from?
I mean, I definitely feel as if I'm a lot more prepared this time around for it than I was 2 years ago. I felt like 2 years ago it was still very new to me. It was sort of a big, scary experience, whereas this time around I feel as if, okay, I know what I'm up against here. I've done this before. There's no reason why I can't do it again. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is bike racing. This is sport. I mean, we should be enjoying it, and we are. I feel so privileged to be in this position.
I asked Sir Dave Brailsford earlier on a couple of questions about some of the kind of internet conspiracy theories out there about Team Sky.
Yeah.
He said they are hilarious. So I'm going to ask you to your face now. People say that you have some sort of hidden motor device inside your bicycle that drives you on.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it all on this race, and motors to all of it, and I mean, in a way, it's got to be the greatest compliment that people think I've got a motor in my bike. But I mean, I don't really take it like that. Obviously, it does get irritating, and it's silly. I mean, the authorities are checking our bikes for motors, just for the record. But yeah, I mean, It is crazy, some of the stuff you read out there, but I guess there'll always be conspiracy theorists out there.
People say you drink an energy drink that costs £2,000 a litre. Is this true?
Yeah, that's another one actually. That's that made us laugh. We had to actually get onto the internet and Google the name of the drink to see exactly what it was. But no, there's certainly no €2,000 a litre drinks happening on Team Sky or Motors or anything like that.
The next week, looking ahead, it's a week that defines your year and your career.
Yeah.
How do you switch off in the evenings? You know, knowing how big every day is that's coming. Do you relax? Do you read? Do you ring Michelle?
I always try and give the wife a call, give Michelle a call. That's always nice, just to hear what's happening at home. Put some music on. To be honest, there's not too much time in the evenings. Once we're finished with dinner, you pretty much want to hit the sack and try and get some rest before you're up early the next day for another big stage. So there's not a lot of downtime. So what little downtime we have, we try and keep in touch with family.
To all the legions of fans back home who are following your progress and who love what you were doing for the sport, and they believe in you, and they love that you were riding clean, and they support you all the way, what's your message to them?
I mean, the support we've had from back home is just unreal. Just the thousands upon thousands of messages of Union Jacks out on the roads, of people who've actually made it their mission to come out here and follow us day by day, holding whatever banner or support message. It's unreal. It's unreal, and I just want to thank those people from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for the sport, and it really means a lot to us, and it gets us through the stages.
Just looking ahead to the next few days and heading into Paris, hopefully with you in a yellow jersey.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? You've done it once before. What's it feel like when protocol dictates that you don't get attacked on the ride into Paris and the Champs-Élysées, and you know you're there?
I almost feel a little bit too superstitious to be talking about that just yet. I mean, we've still got a week to go, and I am in a fantastic position with over 3 minutes advantage to second place. And of course, every day I'm thinking about what it's going to be like to ride down that Champs-Élysées and be in that kind of position. But I'm not going to let myself get too carried away just yet. I've got to get there first.
I met a man 2 years ago in Kenya who was your old mentor, David Kinja. Truly remarkable man.
Yeah.
How much of an influence was he on you, to how you learned, how you rode to begin with, and he gave you belief?
Definitely. I mean, Kinja was a huge inspiration to me when I was a teenager back in Kenya, and it was just amazing to me that he was a professional at the time, and he just said to me, "Come on, get your bike. Come on, let's go training." And to me, it just felt amazing that you could connect with people like that and experience the outdoors and. In such a way, it was just, for me, it was freedom as a teenager on a bike, and Kinja's inspired a lot of youngsters. It's been sad that more haven't been able to move away from Kenya onto the professional scene, but he's doing a great job back in Kenya now, motivating youngsters and working with an academy there. So. No, I'd say definitely keep up the good work, Kinja.
Just one final question. The next few days, you must really hope you don't get the level of aggression and hostility and abuse that you've had today.
Certainly. I mean, I'd like to think that's hopefully behind us now, and having drawn attention to it these last few days with the incidents that have happened, hopefully it's going to die down a bit now, but who knows? I mean, it's Tour de France, and anything could happen out here.
So your message to everyone that doubts you: Chris Froome, riding clean, winning clean.
Certainly, and like I said before, time will tell, but only I know that, and unfortunately other people are going to have to wait a bit longer to see that for themselves.